Nintendo at E3. Now that everything's different, let's see how all the leaks and speculations stack up. Block content. What's happening, my Block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. Nothing other than E3 2020. Yes, June 9 until June 11 was supposed to be E3, but of course, due to everything happening in the world right now, everything has changed. Although E3 has officially vowed to already do something very special and different this year, they are really willing to do something online, a video press conference or something with all the other developers. They've actually talked about getting all the developers that usually do conferences together to make something together, right? To have some sort of big presentation to kick everything off. And of course, nothing really seems to be changing for Nintendo because the past couple of years, they've done these reports and they've basically just done Nintendo Directs, right? That's pretty much been the E3 coverage with some live streaming, some original shows. I really like what Nintendo does around E3 time because it is really a package deal, right? It is something that you can sit down and watch, and then when the live stream is over, they will actually go live and play games after that. So I truly love that style of a E3, and I think that this is going to be changing going forward, right? I think Xbox and PlayStation are both going to be doing very similar things to Nintendo at this moment, right? I think that what they are thinking of right now is what can we do that is as impressive as the stage show that we have already had prepared? Because make no mistake, every single company that was supposed to be at E3 had already finished their main routine. You know, the trailers would have probably, been a bit later, like around these months. But, normally these would have already been rehearsing right now on stage, getting their speeches ready, getting everything perfect for the show. And now everything has to be reworked. So super happy that you guys are here. Let's talk some E3 2020. I've been answering many of you guys' questions about Smash Ultimate and new fighters in our show Question Blocked, where I answer your questions. What do I think of your favorite game? How do you start making YouTube videos? Well, whatever you can think of, send your question through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com and I will answer your question live on the show in our next Question Blocked episode. And here's a brand new giveaway. You can win this Super Mario surprise capsule from Tomy. Any Mario item, Yoshi, different character could be inside. I leave them closed so you can find out what's inside when you win. I'm giving away 4 of these, so remember to like this video, subscribe to Blocked Content right now, and comment down below to enter for the giveaway. Alright guys, let's head into the main topic of today, and that's of course, what is Nintendo going to be showing at this E3? Nintendo Direct E3 2020. Yes, today we get to talk about what crazy stuff they will actually unveil, and I think that it's very, very likely that we might actually be getting a huge ton of reveals, because this year is one of those special leap years where Nintendo has actually finally got a lot of games to put out, right? I mean, we're talking about Mario's 35th anniversary that will undoubtedly get some incredible games. If you think about Mario sports titles, we haven't had that in a while. I really appreciate that Nintendo has gone the extra mile to, only put out these sports games now if they're in sort of a mix, right? If they're special or if they're bigger. And the previous Mario Tennis game was actually super amazing. Now, it's been a while since we've heard anything about Mario Kart, right? Mario Kart Tour is actually doing quite well. Do they actually want to translate that to something like a Mario Kart 9? That will be very interesting as well. However, there's also games that are probably going to get a lot of DLC. Some people have even theorized that DLC for Mario Odyssey might be coming, so no sequel to that game, but actually some downloadable content that doesn't even interfere with the release schedule of other games, right? We know now that Breath of the Wild is going to be getting a sequel, but we don't know in what shape or form that will be. All we know is that possibly the same Hyrule will still be used, the same graphics engine, and it will be like a Majora's Mask style sequel, right? It won't be a brand new art style, it will still be the same Link, and possibly even the champions still. So that would be very amazing if they would actually build on the building blocks of that previous game and have something like free roaming, exploring, but also add a brand new element. And if that element is underground, like the caves that we've seen in the little preview, then that's going to be a whole new world to explore there too. I just think that people are looking for the brand new gimmick in that game, right? What's the Majora's Mask element of that game? What's the, sailing around the world or flying on your creature? What's going to be be the defining trait of Breath of the Wild 2, where Breath of the Wild 1 was actually, you can go anywhere, you can do anything at your own pace, right? They can't just reuse the whole same mechanic. They have to introduce something brand new that will catch us off guard. So really curious about all that. Of course, I think that we are going to get some DLC for Luigi's Mansion. I think that we're very ripe for that, and as well as a brand new Kirby game. That is also a prediction. I think that it's been far too long since we've had a huge console like shake-up for Kirby where it's a brand new gameplay style. I think that Kirby needs to transition into something 3D, or we actually need to get the sequel to Kirby Air Ride. Yes, that's one of my favorite GameCube games, not the least of which would be because of City Trial, which was this free roaming mode where you could actually go through all this city and get all these crazy new vehicles and actually exit your little scooter mobile and then just run around and get another vehicle. I thought that was incredibly amazing, and they should make more of those games. Also, if we're talking Pokemon, maybe there will be some more announcements on DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield, but I actually predict there might be more in store. Will we get the inevitable third game, right? Pokemon Armor or something like that? We already know Isle of Armor and the Tundra will already be there. So what will Pokemon show? Will there be a Pokemon Snap sequel like a lot of people want? Or will there be some tie-in with the anime? Well, curious if you guys have any specific Pokemon thoughts on that. Now, bringing it right back to the Mario 35th anniversary, because that's undoubtedly the thing that I am most excited about, because Mario's my favorite character. I think the original Mario 3D platformers are my favorite games in the series. I think that there's a special place in my heart for Super Mario 64, Sunshine, and then Super Mario Galaxy. And I think most of all, it's Mario 64 for me. And that's also in that leak, in that specific rumor, that Super Mario 64 is going to be among the 3 titles of that Mario Remaster Pack. And what better way to introduce Super Mario 64 to a new audience, yes, even newer than Super Mario 64 DS, than to completely overhaul that game. Of course, make all the theories you want about Super Mario's like remaster set, but Super Mario 64 can pretty much go no other way than be completely graphically overhauled, right? You can't really paste other stuff on those polygonal models that'll pretty much like, you know, kind of creep out the game and will look very strange and different. And I think that Nintendo really knows this. And if they want to update Super Mario 64, they have my blessing. I want it to look like Super Mario Odyssey because that style was just incredible. And already walking through the Mushroom Kingdom was insanely satisfying. So yeah, all of that combined, I think we also need to figure out what we're going to do with the Star Fox franchise going forward. Because of course, bad things have happened because of Star Fox Zero. And I really want to know what the future is of Metroid Prime 4, right? Are we going to get that trailer? Are we going to get more announcements? And not the least of all our excitement is Super Smash Brothers. I think that it's very safe to say that we will at least figure out who that ARMS character is and one more fighter. Yes, I think we are going to get a double reveal of sorts, and if that's going to be Geno or Crash Bandicoot, those are pretty much on the top of my list. I would be extremely happy, but it could also be another first-party character, something out of, you know, left field or right field, whatever you want to call it, inside the box, outside the box. I really think that they have, you know, only things to win at this point. With 5 characters left to be announced and 1 to be specified, I think that Super Smash Bros. Is on a very healthy spot right now, and Sakurai is continuing development, so that makes me very happy as well. So I want to, really know what you guys think about all the E3 stuff going on right now. Are there any leaks that really fancy your interest? Do you think that we're going to get more information on Mario's 35th anniversary, or is that all a sham? Let me know in the comments down below. If you comment down below, that could actually be featured and read out loud in our next video. And today's comment question is, what do you want Nintendo's E3 2020 to look like? As for our previous comment question winner, our answer comes to us from our user, Nintenx123, and I love that it has NX in the title. Imagine this, it's the end of a direct and a CG trailer starts in DK's house. All of the past characters that were shown there are hanging out in boredom, and a Doom Demon bangs on the window, and it's instantly vaporized. The characters look out and see a silhouette holding a smoking gun, and it's revealed that it was actually Isabelle wearing a paper mache helmet. The characters yawn, clearly not amused, when a rocket launched would hits first DK and launches him, shown that Gino comes to the aid of Isabel. The trailer ends with the camera panning downwards to Doom's hell, and we see the Doomslayer wearing a Nuke Inc. apron and playing a limited edition of Animal Crossing Switch. At that point, he notices the camera and is embarrassed or startled and shoots the camera. Well, I think Nintendox123, you have a very vivid imagination. I could totally see the CG trailer, so thank you so much for sending it in, because I had a big smile on my face reading about Isabel wearing a papier-mâché helmet that kind of looks like Doom Guy. I mean, there have been so many people that have been animating Isabel and the Doomslayer together, and I think that, that's a little bit of the inspiration that you got there. Totally awesome. And of course, having Gino, around that area of course, the Donkey Kong house would make total sense, because that's also the forest area. We can kind of, chuck it together with a forest maze theme, and then we'll have an incredible announcement. So your announcement is actually two characters, right? It's Gino up first, and then Doomslayer later on. I think that would be incredible and would make a lot of people very happy. And thank you so much for sending in your comments. These are always so much fun to read through. And of course, a big shout out to our latest Patreon supporters and the super chats during our live streams. You guys make block content possible. So if you want to have yourself created as a block content character or join me for a Skype chat, well, go to patreon.com/blockedcontent. There's a bunch of incredible rewards there, and they're waiting just for you. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the Blocked Content family yet, hit subscribe now, smash that like button, and ring the bell for notifications, and all the news and fun you care about will be delivered on the daily to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner, where there's always more Blocked Content. See ya!